everyone, welcome back to another episode of 10 Shed Shenanigans. My name's Noah, and today we're going to be working on this Cub Cadet that I put the starter on. As you'll see, it is now under my lean-to, and that is because when I was driving it around, I noticed it's got some low power. It's about half of what it probably should be for a 25 horsepower motor. So I pulled the air filter off and was able to cut my hand over and just leave a small, maybe quarter-size hole, and it, picked up. So we're going to do a service on it and see if that doesn't help. Spark plugs, fuel filter, oil change, air filter, and see if that doesn't help our low power issue. So let's get right into it. Okay, we got the hood open. Under the hood we have the Kohler 25 horsepower. I really like how this hood is. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's a little difficult to work on some things, but otherwise it's pretty cool. The service kit I got it off of Amazon, but I'm really impressed with everything that it comes with. You can get them from Tractor Supply, and they're like $70 for a Kohler brand service kit, and it's got Kohler oil, Champion spark plugs, Kohler air filter, and it's $70. This kit is from Russo. R-U-S-S-O. I don't know if y'all can see that. But in this kit, it's $45. It comes with 2 quarts of Kohler brand oil, 10W30, 4 these lawnmowers with extra zinc additive. It comes with 2 Champion spark plugs, just like the Tractor Supply kit would come with. It comes with a really thick plastic fuel filter, an oil filter that almost looks like it could be a Wix filter, and a OEM looking air filter. So you can go to Tractor Supply and buy a kit similar to this for $70, $80, or get this kit. I'm not sponsored by Russo. Let me say that. I'm not sponsored by them at all. But you can get this kit for $45 on Amazon. And I mean, it's got really good stuff in it. This is the exact same spark plugs that you'd get at Tractor Supply. So I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to throw all this stuff on. And then we'll see if that doesn't help it. Okay, oil change is done, spark plugs are in, air filter's done. I'm going to fire it up and check the oil, make sure everything's good. I put all 2 quarts in. I made a little bit of a mess, but it is what it is. It's okay. We're a little below the full line, so I'll have to top it off some. Normally with some of these bigger motors, they'll hold like 2.5, 2.2, somewhere in there. But we'll fire it up because that filter's empty, and then climb up that oil filter. We'll check the oil, we'll let it settle a second. Check it again. The oil was pretty dark when it came out, so. And I did notice it smoked a little bit when it first fired up. Yeah, we're right there at that little add line, so I'm gonna go get some oil and top this thing off, and then we'll drive her around. She's sounding like she did at full throttle and half throttle, so I think doing the service on it really helped. So we'll drive her around, see if that doesn't clean it up. And if it did, then cool. We don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff to it. All right, got the oil topped off. It took another half a quart, so I was kind of right on the money with that one. Drive her around for a little bit, get everything kind of in place and how it needs to be, and then we're gonna give her a little bath. Yeah, she's still just running real rough at really low power. And how much that thing's sitting there smoking, I think the engine just wore out. Now granted, it does have 965 hours. So this thing has had a hard 965 hours. I may pull the valve covers off and see if valve adjustment's just off, and that's why it's kind of sloppy. But yeah, we'll see if we can do that, or maybe it's misfire. Who knows? Okay, well, if you notice, it's not smoking anymore. I mean, if you notice, it's not smoking anymore, and it's running really good. So when I turned off the camera, I thought, oh, maybe it's got a misfire somewhere. So what I did was I just started unplugging coils, all two of them. I unplugged one, and it started running really bad. So I was like, oh, that's not the issue. Plugged it back in and stepped aside for a second, and it spit and sputtered and then puffed out a huge cloud of white smoke and then didn't smoke anymore after that. So I think what happened was, with it sitting because of that bad starter, any ethanol fuel that was in it just kind of caked up on the valves and everything, and it was really just running rough and really causing it to run and just burn oil, and there was carbon built up around the piston rings, and it just sit. Well, when I started unplugging it, it was washing those cylinders with the fuel, breaking all that carbon up, and it finally puffed it all out, because now it has its full power again, and it runs great. Like, it runs fantastic. So that's awesome. Guys, I think it's gonna do it for this one. All we really had to do on it was just to service and run it long enough to clean out all that carbon and junk that was sitting around. So yeah, that's really cool. It's really exciting. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little more, make it look a little bit better. I'm gonna post this one back for sale now that it's, you know, running good. It drives. Y'all saw it cuts. But yeah, well, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that little bell icon so that way you can keep up to date with our videos. If you look in the background, you may not be able to see it, but there's an old John Deere Model 68 riding lawnmower that's from the 80s. that I'm gonna get fixed up here soon. Once I get rid of this one, and I'm in the middle of filming another video that I think everyone's gonna enjoy. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support, all the subscribers. I'm at 131 now. I never thought I'd get this high, this fast at least. I really appreciate it, guys. That means a lot to me. Yeah, you guys are kind of the reason that I'm still sticking with it. You know, people are still commenting. I'm seeing likes on my videos. You know, it's encouraging to see that. I really appreciate it. So, but yeah, thank y'all for watching, and make sure you hit that little bell icon, like, comment, subscribe, so that way you never miss another episode of 10 Chat Shenanigans. Oh, one more thing before I turn off the camera. I've got an Etsy link in my channel description that you can get yourself a hat. It's the one with the leather patch on it. I don't have it with me. It's inside right now, but the link's in my channel description. And with every hat, I'm going to send out a free sticker. And it's coming up soon. Not this weekend, but next weekend, June 14th. June 14th, make sure you mark it on your calendars, is the Blueberry Festival in Poplarville. So if you're in the area, if you're in South Mississippi, and you like blueberries, you like blueberry, you know, blueberry lemonade, anything like that, you need to check out the Blueberry Festival. Me, my wife, and her grandmother will be in front of the courthouse. We're there almost every year, and she does jams, jellies, breads, cobblers, pies, and it's all, you know, blueberries. She's got mayhaw. She does pickled squash, and I'm gonna bring 100 stickers with me. So the first 100 people that come to the booth and, you know, bring up the channel, they watch the channel, they're subscribed, they like the channel, I'm gonna give them a free sticker. So for a chance to get your free sticker, June the 14th, it's a Saturday, we will be at the Blueberry Festival. I'll get times, and I'll try to put them in the description, so that way, you know, y'all aren't just, you know, showing up at 7 o'clock in the evening and we're already gone. You know, hate for that to happen, but I'll get times. But June the 14th is the Blueberry Festival, so if you want a chance to get a free sticker without having to, you know, buy anything, that's your chance right there. So but yeah, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you again on another episode of 10 Chat Shenanigans.